So I hit 16K month with this one content strategy. Now, this is going to be a pretty good one. I'm really excited for it. Want to show you behind the scenes of how things work and what really makes it tick. Now, the format of this video is going to be a bit different than what we're used to. So, what we're going to do is first, we're going to look at the content fixes that we can immediately implement to our content to make it much more highly converting, because I cannot give you a strategy fundamentally if you always fall back into those problems. I could give you the best strategy, but if you don't fix those content fixes, your content would work, the strategy wouldn't work. But the second thing that I'm going to be doing, I don't want you to do a lot of manual labor. So I've included over here a AI prompting sheet that will help you turn your content into a client generating assets in a way that I would say it's magical. When I did it, I was like, okay, what is that? So it will help you get the results better, faster overall. And then we're gonna jump into the strategy step by step. Sounds good? So let's get right into it. So how to fix your content fast. Now, those are some of the most common mistakes that I've seen after reviewing 32 plus client generating pieces of content for my clients in 1 month. So I did a content sprint for 1 month. I told all of my clients to give me their content before they're gonna post it. I review it and then I give it back for them. And when it comes to content, the philosophy is pretty simple. And this is the mistake that I see a lot of people doing. When it comes to content, content is the ultimate 80-20 rule of leverage, as one piece of content can keep on selling for you for days, weeks, and months. One piece can keep on selling for you for days, weeks, and months. I had pieces of content that made me 5K before breakfast. I had pieces of content that made me till now 6.5K. I have pieces of content that made a lot of money. Yet most people aim for consistent posting and posting religiously and every single day because that's one guru who told them to do that. And other people aim for posting value consistently and showing up every single day, where it's the reason for content and the goal for content is completely different. You should be creating content to move your prospect closer in alignment to what you're selling. So the product, the program, the service, the mechanism, or and not or actually and you should move the prospect closer in alignment to you. So two things that your content should be fundamentally doing across the board is either selling the thing, the method, or selling you. Anything outside of that, the consistency, the value, the religious posting, all of that is just, in my opinion, a waste of time, energy, and resources. I would much more prefer posting one piece of content and let it run, let it make me money over weeks than posting religiously and consistently every single day just to check it off the checklist. Cool. So now that you understand the philosophy, let's move into the biggest mistakes that people do that you might be doing right now. Let's fix them up. I'll introduce you to the bot and then I'll give you the strategy. Hopefully, the goal is to stay under 15 to 20 minutes within this video. We'll see. So, the first mistake is the emotional detachment from the product and the buyer. And this is something that I see a lot. You know that you should be creating content. So you have it on your checklist, you have it on your to-do list. And you come up and you put it together and I have to post it. I have to post it. And you're creating content to have something ready for the day. That's it, pretty much, to just check it off the checklist. When in reality, this is hurting you more than it's serving you. Why? Because the prospect feels the energy that you put into the content. The prospect feels if you have invested the right amount of time to understand the prospect, to write for him, to change his belief. He can feel it. You can feel the difference between reading a piece of content that has been generated in a minute or a piece of content that really has been crafted and built up for the prospect. You have to have love for the person you're writing for and what you're writing about. Now, there's an example that I'm not gonna give you the entire story, but basically, he was one of my clients with an A-list copywriter in Australia. The guy works for billion-dollar companies. And the biggest tip that this guy gave me for very successful copy is how much love you have for the thing you're writing about and the person you're writing for. That's it. So if you're just writing for the sake of writing and check it off your checklist for the day. Just don't do that, because you're emotionally detached from the thing that you're writing about. You have to have passion for it. You have to write. You have to want to write for it. That's the first thing. That's why you should really follow your personality traits when it comes to content in order to create content in a way that aligns with you, which is something that I'll also, a sneak peek that I'll share with you within the 17 prompts, pretty much. The second thing is don't ruin the first date. Too much about you, and you'll be sure to go home alone that night on the first date. If you really want to win within dating, within business, within life, make sure that you care about the other person more than you care about yourself. Make sure that you understand the other person more than you try to make the other person understand you. So the content has to answer what's in it for me, what's in it for the reader, that is on the mind of every reader. And the way to do that is to literally, this is as simple as clearly state what's in it for them in the first 1 to 2 lines of the post. So if you make a piece of content and I'm reading it and I'm reading it and I don't really understand what this is about, or what's in it for me, or what will I get from reading it, you just lost me. Congratulations. But if I read the piece of content and immediately from the first 1 to 2 lines, I know what's in it for me, I'm going to stick. I feel that it is for me. I feel that you've done it for me. You've written it for me. You've built it up for me. And I'm now included in the conversation, included in the relationship. So here's an example. Actually, I put the examples here. You can click those. By the way, the worksheet is literally under this video, so you could take a look at it. Engineering authority, a simple content system to attract premium buyers, premium clients. If I watch this piece of content, this 27 minutes, I'm going to learn how to engineer authority, and I'm going to learn a simple content system to attract premium clients. I know what's in it for me immediately. No hidden secrets, no whatever it is. It's very clear. And then in the second line, it's pretty simple, and you can leverage it indefinitely. Within 29 minutes, I had over 20 content ideas that would immensely resonate with my target audience. That's it. Immediately now, before you watch it, in 2 lines, you know exactly what you're watching, why you need to watch it, and if it's for you. Let's take a look at a written piece. Closed a 5A client before finishing my morning coffee. I'll show you how to do the same in this post. Immediately, I'll show you how to do the same in this post. If you want to learn how to close high-ticket clients in the morning, you're going to see it in this post. So immediately, what's in it for me? This is what's in it for you. From the beginning. You don't want them to read and read and read. And I could give multiple examples, but we don't have time for it right now. Sprinkle some pain. Don't shower it with pain. Pain content makes sense. Okay, people buy because they want to solve their problems and their pains. But if the reader or the watcher feels like shit after reading your content, you lost yourself a potential buyer. And this is a mistake that I see specifically. Like, if you're a client of mine, this is a reminder of you. Stop doing that, and train your systems to not do that, because we build the content systems for our clients. Stop making the reader feel like shit. Stop diving so much into the pain that the reader is like, like this person just is shooting me, pretty much. People will associate emotions with your business. And if all of the emotions you're sparking are deep pains all of the times without actually giving them a hit of dopamine, you've lost. And this is the problem when I see content nowadays. I read content and it's all pain, 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 pain. You're not dating, you're not getting the girls, you are not, you are not, you are not. And it's like, what are you trying to do? What you're trying to make me feel bad for who I am, or you're trying to help me? You're trying to serve me. You're trying to give me a new way, a new light to this world. Think about it. This is also, by the way, this is such a key point here. Such a key point here. No high value client wants to feel like shit every time they read your piece of content. Zero high value clients wants to feel that. High value clients want insight into things that they haven't thought about. They want insights. They want breakthroughs. They don't want to feel like shit. Okay. The lower ticket, lower value clients, they would resonate much more with that type of messaging. Pain, 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 pain. Number four, can I perplexity that? If you want to lose weight, track your macros. It's easily searchable. We see it in all content nowadays. If you want more clients, use this DM script. Easily searchable. We see it in every content nowadays. If you're giving people easily searchable value that they can go Google or they can find on Perplexity with one AI keyword research, then they can actually find it everywhere. You are literally putting yourself into an ocean of competition without even realizing it. And this is one of the greatest gaps and mistakes that I see with content. The 5 tips to lose weight before Christmas. I could go to Perplexity and research what are the best 5 ways to lose weight before Christmas for free. Turn on Pro Research, and I could get a very detailed like research paper around what I should be doing fundamentally. So how are you different? How are you unique? This is why so many people struggle to sell. This is why so many people's content doesn't make sense, doesn't resonate. Because just what you're writing about, 20 other competitors are writing about, and you're all competing on the same topics and on the same price. Your content has to make an argument around your product, showing people what they can achieve with it. Not give random advice that they can research. Not give random advice that they can research. So let's take the losing weight example. Let's say your product works on the microbiome of the gut. Okay? Rather than telling people, if you want to lose weight, track your macros, a hidden secret within your gut or a hidden bacteria within your gut is causing you to gain weight without you knowing it. That's a good piece of content versus how to lose weight, track your macros. See what I mean? See how powerful this is? Number five, whisper to my deepest desires. The CTA is where the majority, so the call to action is where the majority of content just drops the ball, fundamentally. The more shallow your call to action is, the more it's disconnected from the reader's desires, the more it feels like you're selling. So if you're someone who feels like he's selling consistently, you're someone who's like, I don't want to feel pushy, I don't want to be selly, I don't want to push people to buy from me. It's because your call to action is just bad, fundamentally. Because the best call to actions don't feel that they're selling, they feel that they're serving. So here's an example, shallow call to action versus depth call to action. A shallow call to action, if you want to learn how to stand out as an authority, message me the world unique. It's like, okay, that's it. Versus a deep call to action. The moment people see your solution as different and better, they'll stop window shopping and start moving. Because no one wants just another option. They want the only option that finally works. And this is exactly what happened with Aden, my client. Once he defined his unique mechanism, everything shifted, and it's the same for you. When your audience finally understands why your solution is different, buying becomes automatic. I help entrepreneurs position their offer as the only viable solution, not just another option. This is exactly what I do in my 8 week ta ta ta. I also help you ta 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 ta. This isn't about working harder, it's about making your offer impossible to ignore. If you know your offer works but people aren't moving, DM me unique and let's uncover. So look at the difference. Here, it's like, DM me, I'll sell you. Here, it's like, no, no, this is all that I'm gonna do for you. If that makes sense to you, send me a message and we can make it happen. Look at the difference. So whisper to my deepest desires and your call to actions. Don't throw at me a one-liner and expect me to like, oh, $10,000, take my card. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Which takes us to point number 6. Shallow problems, not actual situations. The reader has to feel as if you're reading his mind, fundamentally. And the only way to do that is to talk about daily experiences that he goes through rather than shallow problems that he's thinking about. Oh, I want to make more money. How to make more money in 2025 versus, are you afraid that this month's bills are going to show up to your door and you won't have enough money to take care of them? Are you afraid that you won't have enough money to put food on the table for your kids? Look at the difference. Talking about a shallow problem versus a daily experience, a deep problem. This is an example. Have back pain, shallow problem. We see a lot of content. Let me fix your back pain. 6 steps to fix your back pain. Versus, does your lower back ache after sitting all day? That stiffness that makes even bending terrifying. Now, if someone has back pain, or if you're watching and you have back pain, you're like, yep, I know what you mean and I feel it. So now you're not like, yeah, same problem. Now you're making him feel that you feel him. Did your YouTube video flop? Shallow problem. Versus you spent hours editing only to get 50 views. You know that soul crushing frustration. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. So shallow problems, not actual situations. Go deep into actual situations. Forget about shallow problems. Those are the 6 most common mistakes that I see in content. And if you can have them just as a checklist next to you, I really like take a checklist. I don't know, your journal or whatever it is, put it on your journal next to you and just have them every time you're going to create something. It would serve you a lot. Now, if you don't have the time to do it manually, here is an AI pretty much powerhouse that I created for you. All you have to do is go to the link down below, read this document again just to refresh your memory, and then click on this over here, which will take you to a page where you can sign in to get the 17 prompts. Okay. Now, those 17 prompts are a game changer across the board. They will they will show you the hidden secrets, the hidden gaps, the things that you haven't realized within your content, that 90% of the times it's sabotaging you, and you just don't know it. You just don't know it. AI is very good at being non-biased. It's very good at being non-biased. Okay. So access the 17 prompts, use them. Your life is going to change pretty much forever. Forever. Your content is going to become like a cash printing machine. I wish that I had the stack of cash next to me to just like cash printing machine. Now we're going to move into the strategy that got us to 16K months and will take us to 50K months and then 100K and then so on, depending on how much we want to scale this. So the key philosophy is this. Okay, the key philosophy here for content that generate clients, the key philosophy for us to move the business forward when we're creating content is this. Let me get a sip of coffee. Snooze 5 minutes. So the key philosophy is your content has one job. Shift your audience's core belief by challenging what they think is true. Create doubt around their current approach and position your solution as the only logical next step. So one, the content has to shift the audience's belief. I believe that I need to do DMing to get clients. My approach is like, no, you don't have to do DMing to get clients. You can really build assets that get clients for you. So you want to shift your audience's belief. The second thing is you have to challenge their current approach. So again, for the cold DMing example, you can use that for any niche. For the cold DMing example, if your people are like, I want to cold DM, I want to push, I want to do more numbers, you can challenge their current approach by like, how many more hours can you do of cold DM per day before you burn out? You're challenging their beliefs or their approach. Number 3 is positioning your solution as the most logical next step. So after you shifted their beliefs, after you've challenged what they're doing, now it's time to present a new, better solution than what they've tried. Now, the problem with a lot of content strategies is that they tell you about the frameworks, the templates, without talking about the foundations. And this is why a lot of content flops. The foundation is pretty simple. You need to understand your audience's beliefs. You need to understand what they're doing. You need to challenge their beliefs and what they're doing, and you need to present a new, better, and different solution. That's it. One piece of content or 2 pieces of content per week that does that, you're sitting on gold. We're not going to hit the 20-minute mark. I think that I'll need 5 to 6 minutes to finish this off, but it's worth it. So list out the here's what you have to do: list out the client's current approach to get the desired results. Okay, so actually, sorry for this is a typo. So list out the client's current approach to get the desired result. What are they actually doing right now? List out the reasons why this current approach isn't working. So let's say they're doing, I don't know, a cold approach to get more dates. Why isn't it not working for you? Why isn't it performing for your clients? Now list out the daily experiences that they deal with as a consequence. So whenever they want a cold approach, they feel their palms sweating, they feel a lot of resistance. So this is a daily experience. Now list out why your solution works better, faster, and more accurately. This might take you an hour pretty much to do it, but you just do it once. You can do it in a chart, you can do it in whatever it is. Once that is done, we move into content, basically, because now you have the foundations. Now you understand what they're already doing, why it's not working, what they're experiencing out of it not working, and why your solution will work 100% of the times. Pick a main platform to post on and post once a day. Don't change up the styles or templates. So basically, I don't change styles and templates. I don't change the format often. I don't make it fancy. I just follow the principles above and add to it a call to action. That's what I do. So I chose one platform for me. It's Facebook, pretty much. I don't really play around with the formats and the templates. I just follow this approach. Really, nothing more, nothing less. It's like, what is not working for my people? What is the pain that they're experiencing out of it not working? Why would my solution work? And that's how I read the content. Like, even look at this piece of content over here. Most people are pushing, getting people on calls, moving, and I'm like sitting here grabbing my morning cup of coffee, and I just generated 5K, pretty much. So that's all that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show people that making money, generating clients is simple. It can be easy. I don't focus really on the templates, styles, and all of that. The teach, share, whatever it is, frameworks really that overcomplicates the entire idea for me. One style, one way, one process recycled over and over again. That's it. Now, repurpose the same piece of content. Now, once I posted this piece of content over here on the main platform and it performed, I take the same piece of content, fix it up a little bit, repurpose it for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for a newsletter. And then because I'm lazy, I turn one or more into a video. That's it, pretty much. I turn one or more into a video. So, for example, this video right now is going to be a written piece of content too, that is long form, and it's going to be a shorter form piece of content for LinkedIn, and it's going to be an in-depth breakdown for my newsletter. That's it. Literally, like this same video right now. This way, I can hit multiple platforms at the same time without really boxing myself in or changing up a lot of things. Now, offers. How do I make offers and how do I move people into becoming clients? So, with every written piece of content, I try to include a CTA following the format that I just shared with you above. With every piece of content, I try to include a depth CTA because it doesn't make people feel like he's constantly selling. Now, sometimes I just don't. Full transparency, like in this piece of content over here, I just didn't. I didn't include anything. I was like, that's all for today. Cool. Why? Because sometimes I just don't feel like it. But I aim for at least 1 to 3 call to actions per week, whether it was in my newsletter, whether it was in my Facebook audience. And then occasionally I drop a new asset, which I will be doing more of. I haven't been doing that enough. And I create a dedicated post for this. So, for example, this asset, which is a conversion content system to get inbound leads, I built it up for clients and I had it in my Google Drive pretty much. So I was like, why not deliver it to people publicly? So I charged for it $47 and I posted this piece of content around it. We had 49 people interested. Out of the 49, 15 bought. And then out of the 15, a couple of people ascended into a community that I was promoting back then. So I made 1K in approximately 4 to 7 days, which is pretty smooth pretty much. If we can do that every single week, that's 4K per month. That takes care of all of the expenses, and the high ticket coaching profits gets reinvested within the business, which is pretty cool. So we'll be doing more of that. But that's pretty much all my entire philosophy around offers. It's like, have a core offer included in your call to actions. People will see the call to actions and the content, and if they resonate with it, they're going to raise their hand. Congratulations, now you made money. And then if you have assets that you want to be selling, again, I highly advise that. I'm going to be doing more of that. Then keep on promoting those. One sale a day out of a 47 buck thing or $100 day is pretty cool in my opinion. 1 to 2 to 3 sales a day. If you're getting them organically, that's literally 150, $200 every single day organically for free, jumping into your pocket. You're doing nothing. I like that. I like the sound of that. From there, you can scale it or you can downscale it. For me, I don't want to scale low ticket stuff. I like the passivity of the low ticket stuff. For now, I'm not going to scale it most probably. And the idea behind it is that I want to build it once and keep on selling forever for me. That's it. Assets usually go for 47 to $100. Some people sell more for more, some people sell for less. For me, my sweet spot, 47 to $100. Once the traffic comes onto the system, onto the content, sorry, it does its job pretty well to convert for me to inbound conversations, calls booked, or close in chat. So for example, in this situation here, this guy closed fully in chat. Okay. So all that I do, again, I create content around this thing over here, and then I post it. And once we add people into our profile, people will see it and they're going to be like, okay, that's interesting, I want to know more. So they either become an inbound conversation, either we book a call together, either they close in chats. That's literally all that I do when it comes to the content idea. That's it. Of course, I follow those mistakes to make sure that I'm not doing them, of course. But again, I've built an entire content system for that I install for my clients, so I don't have to manually really think about it. But for you, it can be that simple. One piece of content for a main platform, you take the same piece of content and you repurpose it for multiple platforms. With AI nowadays, this should take you like 2 minutes, one click of a button, and it will do that for you. And you're sitting on gold as long as the main piece of content follows this philosophy over here. If the main piece of content doesn't follow the philosophy, everything else that you create out of it will not perform, will not convert. And then lead magnets. So when it comes to lead magnets, we have the individual two-step post, like everyone knows those. Let me actually show you. So until it loads, we have the links pretty much. So the two-step post, and we have the links. The links are when you create a piece of content, you drop a link in the comments. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you like to write content that generate clients, I've put my entire process into one creator operating system for free, for $0. Check it out. Now, a lot of people, more than you can ever imagine, read the piece of content. They don't engage, they don't like, they don't comment. But what they do is they click the link. Sorry for the reminders. They click the link and they join your list every single time without fail. Now, this is more of a very clear two-step, which is you make the promise pretty much. What is the promise? And then you tell people, I created a video tutorial, cheat sheet, PDF, whatever it is. Comment down below and I'll send it to you. And you're going to get people commenting down below and taking it. So the goal with the lead magnet is also pretty simple. It follows the key principles of showing people that my solution is better, different, and more unique than everyone else. The biggest mistake I see with lead magnets is that people use them for leads. No, lead magnets are not for leads. If leads come in and then they see that you're just another one who's promising the same thing using the same methods, you just now have 300 people on your newsletter or email list that joined that, well, they're there to take the thing that you promised, disappear, and they won't read and they won't buy. If you want people to buy, your lead magnets have to follow the same process over here, which is I have something that is different. I want to show my people that it's different, that it's better, that it's unique. And the lead magnet is a step for me to show them that it's better, that it's different, that it's unique. For example, for me, this video right here, can be turned into a lead magnet, because I just showed you my very simple system where I post one piece of content and it keeps on doing the work for me and generating clients for me. And I don't have to chase people in the DMs. I don't have to, I have a team that does it, but this is for another reason. I don't have to chase people in DMs. I don't have to pay a ton of money on traffic. I don't have to do one, two, three, four, five pretty much. So this is it. This is the entire system. This is exactly the system that we're going to be using to scale from there. And it's pretty fun to see it and to do it live with you, because I'm always updating how we're performing, what we're doing, and all of that. Now, again, go to the link down below, access this document, and access the 17 prompts, because they will blow your mind and they will make your content so much more potent and so sharp to ideal clients that it's mind blowing in every way, shape, or form. And reread the strategy. Reread the strategy. The strategy is very simple. I have something that is different to the market. I want to show the market why they're not getting results with what they're trying. And I want to show them why they will get results with what I am promising. And I want to show them proof. That's it. That's all that I'm doing with my content. Done. Cool. So go for it, implement it. Please make sure that you don't fall into the traps and into the most common mistakes. And I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. And I really believe that you're going to succeed. Just put your head down, keep on working, and keep on moving. Bye bye.